Hi, Open Campus students. First of all, Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you guys had a great holiday break. I hope you spent the time relaxing, spending time with your family, and possibly getting caught up if needed. Just to kind of give you a quick rundown, this is week 19 of the Connects You program. I wanted to remind you all that your semester is over on 1/12. And I use that date very loosely because all of your districts are a little bit different. But that's the earliest one, so I would definitely shoot for 1/12 on all those. If you're not sure of the exact date that your school district is done with semester one, shoot me a text or a Google Hangout, and I'll get back to you as to when everything that needs to be updated. Okay. Just as a reminder, all the courses in Odyssey Ware Academy that are full year, which would be your English, your math, your science, and your social studies, all of those courses, excuse me, should be 50% by 1/12. Okay. Any course in Odyssey Ware Academy, even if they're full-year courses, they break those down into two sections of A and B. Those need to be at 100%. All right. So I just wanted to give you that quick reminder. All right. And I'm pretty sure that extensions are not going to be granted. And as you know, none of the teachers for Odyssey Ware Academy come through CPLF, so we have really no recourse and no power to ask them for extensions. So make sure that they are done. Okay. What I want to talk about today is getting acquainted with Google Calendar. I don't know if you guys have used Google Calendar. It is part of the Gmail suite that we have through CPLF. If you don't use it, I strongly encourage you to. One of the ways to be successful, and I'm sure that you know this better than I do, is you absolutely need to figure out what is due and when. And one of the best ways to do that is to use a built-in calendar. So what I'm going to have you do, and I'll send you this link as well, you'll see it, but I want you to watch the video, okay? Because, part of that idea of setting goals is getting organized. So when we get organized and we make plans, remember that we're going to be using these SMART goals, which means that your goal is going to be specific, it's going to be measurable, it's going to be attainable, relevant, and time-based, right? So, like anything else, if you want to get somewhere, you have to have a plan on how to get there. And Google Calendars is going to help you significantly. So, go ahead and click on that little icon. Actually, I will just click on it for you.
You and your team need to get things done. With Monday.com, it's easy, fun, and simple. Just add the workflow that suits you. Whether you're a small team or a big organization, everyone...
Hey, I'm Larry Petrucci from Geeks Life. Do you use Google Calendar? Today I'm going to show you how to get more from it with some tips you may not be using yet. I love Google Calendar. I use it every day of my life to organize my life. Seriously, just look at this. Some people find it intimidating. I find it calming because I know exactly what's going on and I don't miss a beat. Tip number 1. So to start off, the most basic use is the ability to have multiple calendars. You can have one calendar for work appointments and one for your personal life, and put date night with your spouse or the kids' soccer games. To start new calendars other than the default, click the arrow beside My Calendars. Choose Create New Calendar. Name it. Now you'll see it in your master list. Number 2, then you color code them so that you can visually identify where you're needed and for what. I love to only show certain calendars at certain times so I can focus on a particular task. For example, I use calendars with our Geeks Life team so everybody knows when we're shooting videos or when there are deadlines. That way everyone is on the same page. You do that by clicking a calendar on the list. It'll either show or hide with each click. If you want to change the color, just hover over the calendar name, click the drop-down arrow, and choose the color that you want. Tip number 3. Share your calendar with somebody so that you don't have to wonder where they are or if they're even available. Hover over the calendar name, click the drop-down arrow, and choose to share this calendar. Put in their email address and choose how much access you want to give them. Number 4. Have full control over the way your calendar is displayed. You can choose to show the day, the week, or the month, or if you want to go a little custom, click and drag the dates that you want to see in the month box in the upper left corner. This is especially useful for showing the last week of the month and the first week of the next month. There's no way to overlap months like that with the default choices, so that's helpful. Number 5, when you're adding an event, you can click inside the box of the day you want to add something, then type in 2:30 p.m. dinner with David. Then choose the calendar you want it on. Or you could click the arrow by the word create in the upper left corner and use real language. For example, dinner with David at 7 p.m. tomorrow at Joe's. Use the same language you would if you were telling your secretary. It'll add the event tomorrow at 7 p.m. Now you can't choose the calendar that it goes to, so you'll want to use that for your default calendar only. Number 6. Activate the lab. Google likes to include lab features in their services that are hidden until you find and activate them. They can be really useful to you, so it's worth checking them out. Click the gear icon, then choose Labs. Look through the list to see if any interest you, like the year view or the world clock, so you don't schedule an appointment with somebody on the other side of the world while they're supposed to be sleeping. Choose Enable, then Save. It'll show up on the right side of your calendar. Number 7, speaking of trying to schedule times, it can be difficult, can't it? Well, once you create an event, go into the details. Click the Find a Time tab. Add guests who you want to be there. They'll need to make sure that they shared their calendar with you. Then you'll see their appointments right alongside yours, and you can choose the time that works for everybody instead of waiting for everyone to individually say yes, no, or the inevitable, no, I'm busy buying bacon. This way, you don't have to go circle after circle after circle just trying to make an appointment. Number 8. Then when it comes time for the appointment itself, you can all join the meeting using Google Hangout if you want. Each person would just click the Hangout button inside the event. Easy breezy. Number 9, if you travel a lot, you're going to want to make sure you can access your calendar while not connected to the internet. So make sure offline mode is enabled. Click the gear in the top right corner, choose offline. You'll need to install the Chrome app, and it does only work in Chrome, but when you make changes offline, everything will be synced when you get back online. Number 10, you can embed your calendar on your website so people can either see when you're available or, hey, I've used it to showcase regular events like the live streams that I do every week. Go into calendar settings, copy the embed code, and paste it into your website. Number 11, use keyboard shortcuts. I love anything that'll save me a bit of time, don't you? You'll find a link below this video with all the keyboard shortcuts that you can use. Number 12, you can even set goals. Set a goal to exercise, choose what kind, how long, and what time of day is best. Google will find times that work with your schedule and plug that exercise in. So if you have a scheduled client dinner at 7 p.m., it'll find a different time for you to run. And you can delay the run too if something pops up. I hope that helps take your calendar to the next level and makes you more productive. What's your favorite tip? Leave a comment below and use the links above to share this video on your favorite social media sites. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Today we are talking about Google Calendar because
Okay.
I've been getting a lot of questions.
So all I want you guys to do, if you would, is add an event or appointment to your Google Calendar and then send me a screenshot of your updated calendar. All right. So all you're going to do is just add an event or an appointment to your calendar, and then you're going to send me a screenshot of the updated calendar. All right. And you can just send that to me either through Google Hangouts. Actually, it's probably better if you just do it on the course. All right, so just do it on the Google Classroom course. Any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thanks.